Hey, I'm Greg Pimlott. I'm a United Methodist pastor from Indiana, and I'm a delegate to the United Methodist General Conference in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm making some video updates for the folks back home. I hope you like them. It's day 2 of General Conference. We began the day with the Episcopal address, which means an address by a bishop, where we were reminded of all that has happened since the last time we met in 2016. Events in the United States, events in the United Methodist Church, and events in the missional life of our church.
People have come here and said, I feel human again because I can get cleaned up, have a meal with other people, and have someone listen to my story. This is who God needs for us to be.
2023 UMC News.
In the Northern Europe and Eurasian Central Conferences, United Methodists take initial steps towards leaving the denomination.
For the first time in nearly 100 years of the United Methodist Church and its predecessors, a United Methodist Church bishop is subjected to a church trial. She's also the only bishop to have been found not guilty and reinstated.
We also heard the Young People's Address, which is a highlight of every General Conference. And this year featured 2 delegates, one from the United States and one from Sierra Leone. The representative from Sierra Leone who spoke was not able to be there in person because of issues getting a visa. And so he delivered his part of the address by video.
So if you don't have hope right now, whether you are a young person or not, just know that I have enough hope for the both of us right now. And then maybe when there's gray storm clouds that sweep over my soul, will you have enough hope for me when I don't have enough hope?
We also received the financial report from the General Conference, which showed that a decrease in financial giving plus the disaffiliations meant for a tightened budget by the General Conference, just as it means for local churches.
United Methodist Men is slated for a 41% decrease. Interpretation resources of the United Methodist Communication is slated for a 47% decrease.
In the afternoons, we began to organize ourselves into legislative groups. There are thousands of pages of petitions and other documents that we need to work through over the course of the next couple of weeks. This, believe it or not, is not all of them, not even close to all of them. And so the beginning of the work is divided up into legislative groups, which deal with part of it, and then bring only the things that they think are particularly important or worthy of further debate to the full General Conference, which will be next week. And one of the things that I've heard people talk about, which I think is going to be a helpful way for me at least to keep track of everything, is the 3 R's. So 3 of the main things that we're going to be dealing with: regionalization, where there's the possibility of the United Methodist Church reorganizing into regions of the world. The second one is the revised social principles. The social principles are a document that talks about who we are in relation to each other, who we are in relation to other people, and who we are in relation to God's creation, which hasn't really been looked at and updated in a long time. The third is removal of harmful language connected to the role of LGBTQIA+ folks in the church, which I've also heard described as the adoption of neutral language. And folks who are a part of Main Street United Methodist Church, we've talked about all 3 of those over the last several months in worship. So those are the 3 main areas that many of these resolutions and petitions deal with. But if you're looking to kind of keep track of what's going on at General Conference, I think that's a helpful way of watching things that happen over the next couple of weeks. Look for news about regionalization, the revision of the social principles, or the removal of harmful language.
Dakila ka, O Diyos. Samahan mo kami sa aming pagkain at sa pagpapatuloy ng aming gawain ngayong araw na ito. Sa pangalan ni Jesus. Amen.